the Waitemata Local Board. I was surprised as you were to get the news from Ian Maxwell, the director at the council, that there'd been an immediate closure of this building, and I just put my time into ensuring that a library was reopened in this area, and we had an emergency meeting just before Christmas to approve the lease on 14 Jervois Road. It's on the corner of Jervois and Redmond, used to be a bank opposite the old police station. We hope it'll open in the middle of March. That's the date that they're planning on, 16 March. In the meantime, there's the other libraries and the mobile comes here every so often.
Bring back Leys.
Yes, thank you for that. So one of the things, obviously, so one of the things, obviously, you asked, what's changed? And it's not as if this is physically changed. What's changed is the law of the land in two particular respects. As a result of various fatal accidents on departmental or council properties, the Health and Safety Act has imposed tighter obligations and higher standards on facilities that are used by the public and staff. So that's one of the things that's changed. And the other thing that's changed as a result of the Christchurch earthquake and the like is the obligations on councils and building owners to bring their buildings up to a standard that would survive an earthquake of about the size that happened in Christchurch. So this has been, yeah, that's right, it's been slow. It's been slow, the response to that.
The art gallery.
The art gallery has been re-strengthened, so that's been done.
70% budget reduced.
The council staff are working through all the buildings that have been assessed as not meeting the earthquake standards, which is 33% of the requirement. This is assessed as 5%. So it's regarded as a priority. The professional people decided it wasn't safe enough for public use or for staff to work in it full time.
What do the Leys family think about that?
Yeah, that's fine. So it's a professional judgment, it needs to be closed. Now, the staff are now studying what can be done. There's two particular questions, as Bob mentions, is the fact that nobody has really looked at why the earth is moving at the back corner and putting pressure on the building. So in restoration of the building, we'll need to solve that, right? To stabilise the earth or to make it strong enough to withstand the twisting pressure that's coming from that area. And the other one is for, obviously, a building that's unreinforced masonry built in this period is nowhere near meeting the standard for earthquakes. So it's going to take them a while to work that out. If Bob and anyone else with expertise in architecture and earthquake protection come up with ideas to affordably do that, you should let the council know about that. But this is such an important, iconic building for the whole of Auckland that we must make it affordable to be restored. And whatever people say about the possibility of selling the land or not, all of the board members, isn't that right, Sarah, are opposed to selling this. Sarah's nodding.
Shut down the developer.
Opposed to selling this building and want it restored for public use again. That's going to take a while. It's going to take till June that we get a report on what's possible, and then they need to be designed and built and budgeted for. It takes a long time.
Richard, what happened to the trust fund and why has it been used all these years for maintenance? Yes! Where is the money? Where's the money?
So you've seen the deed requires these buildings to be used for a library and gymnasium, and we're obliged by law to carry out the deed.
How much is in the trust fund for that?
I don't know the exact numbers, so we're asking, you and we are asking for all these numbers, but it's It's not enough in the trust fund to pay for the full restoration.
Here that could be sold to fund. There are 2 sections of land
Yeah.
sold to fund.
No, they're still owned. They're
Perhaps I
still
could
owned
answer
by
that.
the council.
Perhaps I could answer that. The actual deed of agreement between the trustees and the deed of agreement between the trustees and the council, more than 115 years ago, was quite specific that all the allotments that are listed in that deed, includes where the gymnasium and the library, and there was another house, and then the house that's there, all of them must be held into the hereafter for use as a library and mechanics institute. So you can't parcel off part of it and sell that to do the repairs. But I don't want.
In June, the reports are going on options to the board. Can you confirm whether they are just options about the earthquake strengthening or whether they incorporate future development options? And if it's the latter, are you confirming that there will be community consultation about those? Because June's very close.
Absolutely. If we're able, in fact, even to close off those options and have options for restoration, that's what we would prefer.